Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgets.com and today we are here at the Acer booth at Mobile World Congress 2015 and we have the new device from Acer which is going to come to India very soon. This is going to be an affordable device and this is called Acer Liquid Z220. So this is the model number of this device. As you can see, the build quality is decent. I would say this is going to be an affordable price point phone which is not going to sell more than 6,000 rupees in terms of the price, and that is the approximate price I can say for this one. In terms of the build quality, it has a pretty decent build quality for that particular price point if they are going to launch it. As per the information which I have got it, the back cover is removable, the rear camera is 5 megapixel. It is supposed to be an out-of-focus camera and should be able to record high-definition video. We just confirmed that. We have an LED flash over there and the back cover has a nice texture to it, and with a matte finish it is, so it will give you a very nice grip. On the edges you have a very nice shiny kind of silver plastic which is also having some texture, which is also giving a very good look to this phone. At the bottom you have a prime microphone for noise cancellation. You have a little indent to remove the back cover. On the top you have a 3.5mm audio jack, and when it comes to the secondary microphone, I'm not able to locate that on this phone. Here we have the power and sleep key and the volume rocker. Both of these are plastic buttons and they give you okay amount of feedback. Not too much of feedback is there, but they're kind of flat and sometimes maybe difficult to locate. When it comes to the front, on the top you have the nice metallic earpiece. We have the front camera which is a 2 megapixel camera on this phone, and we have touch capacitive home buttons at the bottom which will be there within the display, so you can always use them, and they will also take some part of the screen resolution. When it comes to the screen size, it is a 4-inch display which we have on this device, and again the resolution is also not that much. It is 480 into 800, so it will give you a pixel density of 233 pixels per inch, which is again not too high, not too less as well. I do not notice any pixelation on this device as of now. The overall responsiveness of the device is good enough. There is no problem at all. Let's take a look over the notification center. As you can see, it is running on Android Lollipop, so this is how the notification center is. Let me just go into settings and take a look what all we have as far as the version of Android is concerned. So we have the version of Android which is 5.0. It is Z220 as far as the model number of phone is concerned. It is Snapdragon 200 MSM 8210, and we have some other information over there. Let me just get out of this and take a look over the storage now. Storage is going to be a key on this phone. Let's take a look how much is that when it comes to the available amount of storage to the user. So available amount of storage out of 4GB. 4GB is the total storage on this phone, and available amount of storage is 1.15 GB, so which is available to the user. And you do have support for SD card, and I don't think you can install applications on the SD card, but we will confirm that later once we do the full review. But you can insert an SD card and you should be able to install applications on the SD card. We will confirm that later once we do the full review. So we have running status for the applications over there, and as of now, so this device has 512 MB of RAM, which is kind of a disappointment, I would say. But again, that's how it is. So out of 512 MB of RAM, approximately 180 MB of RAM is free, but the device is responsive. When it comes to heavy processing, with this much amount of RAM, it might be difficult for this device to actually play some of the high definition games, but for casual usage, as well as for the people who would like to use this phone for a longer term and they are actually not very much into gaming, then this is going to be a very good phone. It is going to be an affordable phone, a pretty good value for money phone as well. So in terms of the price, they are not going to price for this phone more than 6,000 rupees, and for 6,000 rupees you are getting a very good build quality phone. The only compromise for some people out there, not for all, is going to be the RAM, because the RAM is not 1 GB, which is kind of standard these days, but it has 5 and 12 MB of RAM, and it is pretty responsive with that much amount of RAM. And the display is again a IPS TFT display, so viewing angles are not too great but decent enough, and definitely this is going to be an affordable phone. So that's how it is. Let's take a look over the camera, and before then after we will end this review. To basically tap on the camera icon. Yeah, so the camera does take a slight amount of time to actually launch, and this is how it looks like. It is an autofocus camera, which is a very good thing. Let me just place my iPhone over there and take a photo from this device. So here I am on iPhone and I will take a photo right now. So where is the photo? Here we have the photo. So as you can see, the photo is okay. Just a second. So the overall interface is not very fast, but it is pretty okay. This is how the photo look like. The photo is looking okay. The colors are not looking great, but details are also not that great, but it is decent, I would say, for a 5 megapixel camera as far as this device is concerned. Otherwise, the 5 megapixel camera can actually give you better results as well. When it comes to the front camera, let me just take a look of the front camera, and for that we need to launch the front the camera application again. And yeah, it is now open. And if I hit okay, so it is not a autofocus camera, it is actually a fixed focus camera. The only thing which you can do is you can change the exposure points, which is possible. Let me just take a selfie. So we have just taken the selfie, and it does take some time to actually render things, because 512 MB of RAM is again not too much for a device like this. So here we have the front camera photo which has been taken, and it is looking good. I would say it is not bad in terms of colors and in terms of details. It is looking decent enough, and the front camera is doing a pretty good job. So one thing we just got to know about the Acer Liquid Z220, that this device will have 1 GB of RAM once it comes to India. The demo unit which we have here is having 512 MB of RAM, but the one which is coming to India will have 1 GB of RAM, and that changed the complete story altogether, because this phone with 1 GB of RAM is going to be much more responsive, much better in terms of the overall performance, and in that case definitely this is going to be a pretty good value for money, especially if they price it right. So that's all from us. Thanks for watching this video. In case you have any questions for this device, we would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.